Hey, what's up, everyone? This is David Greenspan, and you are listening to the Mindshare Podcast, a proud member of the Industry Syndicate Media Network. Additional podcasts are available at industrysyndicate.com and mindshare101.com. This week's episode is sponsored by Kit's Keep in Touch Systems. This is episode 10. So I was talking to a guy the other day. He had called up as a referral from his broker. Essentially, he was looking for help with the marketing of his real estate business. As we started talking, he goes, "This is perfect. I'm talking to you today. I've already spoken to my designer today, and I've spoken to my social media people." So I said, wait, what do you mean your social media people? Like, what are they doing for you, and how much do they charge? So he replies and he says, well, they run about $500 a month, and they take care of all of my social media stuff. So I replied and said, like, $500 a month? Like, for what? And he goes, well, and I said, like, you have to be more specific with me here, right? What are they actually doing for you? Are they making friend requests? Are they reacting to your friends' posts? Are they commenting for you? Are they joining new groups for you? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean when you say they're going to do it for you? So he says, well, no. Like, they're just going to post stuff for me because, I don't have the time. And I'm like, so I'm asked, like, if you're making the time for the other stuff that I just mentioned, like, are they doing that for you or like, no? And he says, well, no, not really. I said, so they're not going to friend for you. They're not going to comment for you. They're not going to react for you. He goes, no. I said, so, like, just out of curiosity here, how often are they doing this for you? And he replied saying about like 3 times a week. So I thought, are you kidding me? You don't have time to post stuff like even 3 times a week? It doesn't take a lot of time. It's too easy not to do it yourself. And then I asked again, so what are they posting for you? And then I followed that up with, like, do you realize that for social media to work, you need to be involved? You need to actually create content. You need to be there every single day, not just 3 times a week. And that's when he said to me, well, he's going to be the one creating the content. And that's when I almost fell off my chair. I thought, what? What do you mean you're creating the content? So what are they doing for you? And he said, well, they post it for me. And he goes, it's not actually $500 a month. I'm like, what? So how much is it? He goes, well, it's really $1,500 to $2,000 a month, including management and ad spend. And that's when I asked him if he was filthy rich, like just flat out, like, are you filthy rich? And of course he replied with a little chuckle and said, like, no. So I said, okay, let me just frame this back for you for a second here. Everything about social media, well, almost everything about it is free. I can create the account for free. We can be friends for free. I can start a page for free. I can start a group for free. I can invite people to be in both of those for free. Heck, I can even steal content from you and either share it or repost it for free. Do you realize that? And of course he said, like, yes, I do. I said, so if you're not filthy rich and you know this is all able to be done for free, then why in the world would you pay somewhere between $18,000 to $24,000 to have someone else do it for you? And he replied and said, well, yeah, when you say it like that, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Then he said, but I'm just so busy and I don't really know what to post. And sorry, he didn't say it exactly like that, but I mean, that's kind of the way it sounds, right? Because, realtors and everybody in the real estate industry, you guys have to be the busiest people I have ever met in my entire life. So that's when I replied to this guy and I said, okay, first, A, too busy, it's simply an excuse. And B, you just told me the onus is still on you to come up with the content. So how does this make any sense? Now, like I've said before, I'm not saying don't spend money promoting on social media, but promoting is very different than trying to step out of the whole thing. And just using money to try to make it work, it doesn't work like this. Social doesn't work like this. To win, you need to be involved. You need to be posting information. You need to be playing in this game yourself on an everyday basis. This is how you build an audience of people who know you, like you, and trust you. Otherwise, you're a stranger who just shows up out of nowhere and expects that everyone is going to flock to say hi and even do business with you. Au contraire, mon ami. Who are you? Just paying someone to do your social can't work. You haven't created a foundation of people to feed off of. Remember that online advertising is the absolute least trusted form of advertising there is out there in this world of ours. Everyone these days has an online profile. Everyone can spend a few dollars trying to get their message out there. Because of how easy it is, it has become completely oversaturated. It is an ad-heavy channel. We see way too many. We pass on too many. We don't even pay attention. Again, use it, but use it wisely. So the point there is before you start to really spend on social, get involved. Literally start clicking the button yourself. Take a picture of anything. Go to your Facebook, create a post, write a short comment, upload the picture, share, done. Don't expect that to change the world, though. You may or may not get reactions or comments. Who cares? That is not why you're doing it. Fast forward. The more consistently you do this, the more comfortable you will become, and the more you will do. In time, you will start to realize you've built a foundation that you can build off of. But trying to put the roof on a house which has no foundation or even walls for that matter, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to even be thinking about the roof. Much the same. To have no audience and no presence on social, it begs the question as to why you would spend money on it. So in comes that famous line, "Oh, but I'm just too busy." And know this, what you just said was, you're too busy to actually talk to people. So instead, you're just going to essentially hire someone else to talk to people for you. And then, of course, those same people are going to decide to work with you when they're ready. Because, of course, at that exact moment, it will be, "Oh, by the way, I'm never too busy." Really? Think about what I just said. Does that even make any sense? You need to time block. You need to be working your calendar so that you know when you're going to create the content and when you're going to post the content. You need to know when you're going to log in and get engaged in conversations and when you're not going to be there because you're either making calls, doing email, or even meeting with people. Tracking your time allows you to get everything you want done in life. This is about looking at your realistic time and plugging it in. All that personal stuff you know you're going to get done. Plug it in. Block those times in your days with it. Then, look at creating predictable days with income-producing activities, filling all the holes in your day with need-to-do tasks. And you need to include social media as a line item. Even think about this. The more money you spend on anything, the more money you need to make to pay for whatever it is you're spending on, especially when it comes to social, because you have the power at your fingertips to do this anywhere, anytime. It makes no sense to throw a part-time salary at this channel, especially if you aren't filthy rich and you haven't created a foundation. In the end, you cause yourself to spend more time having to work harder to make all that money back, when what you were really trying to do was free up your time. If you want social to work, you need to treat it just like you treat meeting with clients, presenting offers, and everything else you do to create business. You wouldn't just hire someone for $1,500 to $2,000 a month to go meet with your clients for you, would you? So as we kept talking, he says, "Oh man, that was a real eye-opener. You just saved me $500 a month." And I replied, "No, I saved you about $20,000 for the entire year." Think about it. Use social media to help you build brand awareness. Use it to help you build relationships. The more real and genuine you are, the more people will actually engage with you. And then all of a sudden, as it's working and you're blocking time to actually get it done, and then again, it's working even more, you will look yourself in the mirror and thank yourself for not trying to throw all sorts of money at a very free and powerful solution. In fact, when you're doing it right, social media is a lot of fun. Okay, you're either listening to this on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify. Maybe you went to industrysyndicate.com or even mindshare101.com. Wherever you like to consume your content, please rate, review, and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, connect with me on Facebook at Mindshare101 and on Instagram at DavidGreenspan101. This has been another episode of the Mindshare Podcast. Thanks everyone for listening.